Thank you for purchasing the AF-S DX VR Zoom-Nikkor 18 to 200mm f3.5 to 5.6G IFED lens. This is part 2 of this instructional video. Lens care. Be careful not to soil or damage the CPU contacts. If the lens mount rubber gasket is damaged, be sure to visit the nearest Nikon authorized dealer or service center for repair. Clean the lens surfaces with a blower brush. To remove dirt and smudges, use a soft, clean cotton cloth or lens tissue moistened with ethyl alcohol or lens cleaner. Wipe in a circular motion from center to outer edge, taking care not to leave traces or touch other parts of the lens. Never use thinner or benzene to clean the lens, as this might damage it, result in a fire, or cause health problems. To protect the front lens element, an NC filter is available. A lens hood also helps protect the front of the lens. When storing the lens in its lens case, attach both front and rear caps. When the lens will not be used for a long time, store it in a cool, dry place to prevent mold. Also store the lens away from direct sunlight or chemicals such as camphor or naphthalene. Do not get water on the lens or drop it in water, as this will cause it to rust and malfunction. Reinforced plastic is used for certain parts of the lens. To avoid damage, never leave the lens in an excessively hot place. Standard accessories. 72mm snap-on front lens cap LC72. Rear lens cap LF1. Bayonet hood HB35. Flexible lens pouch CL1018. Optional accessories. 72mm screw-in filters. Incompatible accessories. Teleconverters, all models. Auto ring BR4 and all models of auto extension ring park, K-ring and bellows focusing attachment. Other accessories may not be suitable for use with this lens. For details, carefully read your accessories instruction manual. Notes on using wide or super wide angle AF Nikkor lenses. In the following situations, autofocus may not work properly when taking pictures using wide or super wide angle AF Nikkor lenses. Situation 1. When the main subject in the focus brackets is relatively small. As shown in figure A, when a person standing in front of a distant background is placed within the focus brackets, the background may be in focus, while the subject is out of focus. Situation 2. When the main subject is a small, or there is a patterned subject or scene. As shown in figure B, when the subject is highly patterned or of low contrast, such as a field covered with flowers, autofocus may be difficult to obtain. In such situations, option 1, focus on a different subject located at the same distance from the camera, then use the focus lock, recompose, and shoot. Or option 2, set the camera's focus mode selector to manual and focus manually on the subject. Specifications. Type of lens. G-type AF-SDX Zoom-Nikkor lens with built-in CPU and Nikon bayonet mount, specially designed for use with Nikon digital SLR Nikon DX format cameras. Focal length, 18mm to 200mm. Maximum aperture, f3.5 to 5.6. Lens construction, 16 elements in 12 groups with 3 spherical lens and 2 ED lens elements. Picture angle, 76 degrees to 8 degrees. Focal length scale, 18, 24, 35, 50, 70, 135, and 200mm. Distance information, output to camera body. Zoom control, manually via separate zoom ring. Focusing, Nikon internal focusing IF system utilizing an internal silent wave motor. Manually via separate focus ring. Vibration reduction, lens shift method using voice coil motors VCMs. Shooting distance scale, graduated in meters and feet from 0.5 meters or 3 feet, to infinity. Closest focus distance, 0.5 meters or 1.6 feet at all zoom settings. Number of diaphragm blades, 7 pieces rounded. Diaphragm, fully automatic. Aperture range, f3.5 to f22 at 18 mm, and f5.6 to f36 at 200 mm. Exposure measurement, via full aperture method. Attachment size, 72 mm p equals 0.75 mm. Dimensions, approximately 77 mm diameter by 96.5 mm extension from the camera's lens mount flange. Weight, approximately 560 grams or 19.8 ounces. Specifications and designs are subject to change without any notice or obligation on the part of the manufacturer. Notes on safety operations. Caution. Do not disassemble. Touching the internal parts of the camera or lens could result in injury. Repairs should be performed only by qualified technicians. Should the camera or lens break open as the result of a fall or other accident, take the product to a Nikon authorized service representative for inspection after unplugging the product and/or removing the battery. Turn off immediately in the event of malfunction. Should you notice smoke or an unusual smell coming from the camera or lens, remove the battery immediately, taking care to avoid burns. Continued operation could result in injury. After removing or disconnecting the power source, take the equipment to a Nikon authorized service representative for inspection. Do not use the camera or lens in the presence of flammable gas. If the electronic equipment is operated in the presence of flammable gas, it could result in an explosion or a fire. Do not look at the sun through the lens or viewfinder. Viewing the sun or other strong light sources through the lens or viewfinder could cause permanent visual impairment. Keep out of reach of children. Particular care should be taken to prevent infants from putting the batteries or other small parts into their mouths. Observe the following precautions when handling the camera and lens. Keep the camera or lens unit dry. Failure to do so could result in a fire or electric shock. Do not handle or touch the unit with wet hands. Failure to do so could result in electric shock. When the lens will not be used for a long time, attach both front and rear lens caps and store the lens away from direct sunlight. Failure to do so could result in a fire, as the lens might focus sunlight onto an object. Please visit the Nikon website for additional information on this and other high-quality Nikon products at www.nikon.com.